Welcome everybody, Todd Adderholt Outdoors again. Been doing a little bit of testing on some arrows, been trying to figure out what we're going to try to shoot this year. I got a bear hunt coming up in October, kind of know what I want to do with that, but just want to make sure. Trying to figure out again what's out there on the market, what I want to try. Two broadheads I really had on my mind is a Swacker 252 Razor series. I wanted to play with it, see what I could get to do. Was real pleased with the performance of it today. Also, I shot the Muzzy Trocar Hybrid HB right there. I've had good luck with those. I've killed a couple of deer. Last year I killed a good doe with that. I didn't have a blood trail. That kind of bothered me, but I'm shooting uphill. I'm shooting a ground blind hunt mostly. I was shooting uphill out of the ground blind, so I more or less straight shot her to where I didn't have a downward like you do from a tree stand. So that was interesting. The body cavity's got to fill up with blood before you can have a blood trail, and she didn't go far enough for her body cavity to fill up. She bled out probably within 40, 50, 60 yards, and that's probably it. She was down within 60 yards, straight shot, straight downhill. She got down to the little swamp down there as far as she went. So I found her the next morning, didn't even try to track her, no blood trail, no use to even try. So that's kind of where we were at with her. But good entrance, good exit, just didn't fill up. So gonna have to either start shooting lower or getting a better angle. So those for the Trocar HBs. Shot it today against the 252 Razor series from Swacker. And it's this little fella right here. Now that, folks, is a broadhead. Big old broadhead. Real close up. Yeah, 252, 1.5 inch cut. Got bleeder blades on both sides. Right there. Big blades. Bleeder blades. I'm real pleased with this. The guy that I bear hunt with does not want you shooting mechanicals. He just don't like them. He wants a fixed broadhead. So the 252 Swacker, that's what I want. I want something to cut. I've shot Muzzy 3-blade forever, 100 grain 3-blades forever. Just want something with a wider cut. So that's what I'm played with today. A buddy of mine told me about shooting broadheads into regular bales of compressed straw. You got to try it. They're like $12. You can get them, $12, $13. You can get them at different farming supply places. Call them, see what they got. But I was real surprised how well it worked. Now once the broadhead's in there, you got to push it all the way through, which took a little bit. This is the first time I'd ever shot one. Bale was tough, but I got good penetration. Think about it, compressed straw, and I'm getting close to 4 to 6 inches of penetration on both. Literally both arrows penetrated the same. The plastic, I left it on just to see what kind of a pattern I had. The Swacker, when I shot it, now folks, this was at 30 yards, and I'm not a big poundage guy. I've got bad shoulders. I've had 2 motorcycle accidents. One got this shoulder, the other one got the other one. So there for a while I couldn't even shoot a bow. But I've worked on it. I'm back up to about 63 pounds out of a Bowtech Assassin, 80% let off, thank you, or I wouldn't be able to do it. But there is the Trocar HB, and it opens when it hits, it catches, and that's what you got. Yeah, now according to the package on these, now this is the one I ran through this is the one that's got 2 bleeder blades on that side, and then you've got the expandables. This is the one I ran through the hay bale. The exact arrow that I shot today. I'm shooting them off of Gander Mountain Tech Hunters 350s. That's what I'm shooting. It's 100 grains. I shoot 100 grains. That does the job for me. I've never had a problem with that. But I've killed 2 deer now with these. Just wanting to see how much penetration there is, the difference between this one and that one. This one on the package says 200. I'm sorry. Says 2 5/8 cutting diameter. Right there. 2 5/8 cutting diameter. That's a hole, fellas. And everybody talks about the Rage and how wide and all. I've never shot a Rage. I don't know. They just don't. 2 blades just ain't for me. I want to cut a big hole. I want to cut a I want to cut a hole, not a slit. The reason they used bayonets in the war that was a 3 cut is because they're just about impossible to stitch up. So you know you're doing a lot more damage with 3. So do you want a hole, or you just want a little slit? And I think the Rage is just a little slit. Never shot them, so I don't know. I'm just telling you. And Muzzy does their thing. I don't get any money off of it. Swacker does their thing. I don't get any money off of it. I just shoot it, look at it, see what it does for me, and I tell you about it. And it's what it's worth. I have no sponsors. I shoot what I know, and I want to bring it to y'all and see what you think. But right now, for big bear, for thick hides, I'm going with the fixed blade Swacker 252, 100 grain, 1.5" cut. That's what I'm going to be shooting on my bear hunt. Like it. Razor sharp out of the pack, folks. Be careful handling them. Also, you know, it don't hurt to hit them every once in a while just to make sure. But going to be using those. And then for my deer light game, of course, going to the Muzzy Trocar HB Hybrid. Right now, folks, they've come out with a newer version. This is the straight blades, okay? This isn't the set. See the little straight blades there? Yeah, right there. Those are straight blades. Those aren't the serrated blades. You can get these on eBay for like $20 a pack for 3 of them. That's cheap. When these first come out, they were $43 a pack. That's less than half price now. But they've come out with the Gen 2s, which are serrated, and they look like something on a horror movie. Hadn't shot them yet. These do the job, and I'm not paying $40-something. You know, I can't. Could, don't want to. Let's put it to you that way. Just can't see it. The Swackers, $18 for 3 eBay right now. I hope it stays that way. Don't everybody go buy them and run my price up on me. But I want to run one of these through a raccoon or a possum. Come November, when they really hit my corn at night, I love to slip in there with the green light. And like I said, I blind hunt, so I can do it in the blind. But I sit there dressed down in black, and I wait. And I put a garage alarm, which I've done a video on, I think. Go back and look. But do a garage alarm. I take the buzzer out and just use the light, put it down at my feet. So when that thing lights up, I know he's there. I pull up like this. I pull up. I draw. I've got my green light on my riser. I hit the switch, light him up, and I let it have it. That's fun, fellas. And plus, it'll show you what your broadheads are doing. I had a Nap Spitfire. One of the first mechanicals I ever shot was a Nap Spitfire. I had a possum come in right at dark, and I had him on camera stealing my apples. So I wanted to put him out of my way. So I ended up drawing back and let him have it with a Nap Spitfire. I literally cut that possum in half. I had a picture on my old phone. The only thing holding that possum together, and he was a good sized possum, was his backbone and a little bit of skin where his stomach was. I cut him literally in half. I held him up and there's a hole in him, signs of a Coca-Cola can. So that ought to tell you. I like those arrows. I wasn't getting the penetration I wanted. A lot of energy. Now it would put them down, but I wasn't getting the exit. That was the only thing I didn't like about those. But I should have been a crossbow. You shooting 150 pounds on a crossbow, you can pretty much knock a hole in anything. Still shoot them on a crossbow. Love those heads on a crossbow. But 150 pounds on a crossbow compared to, you know, 60 pounds on a regular arrow. I'm not sure about my penetration. I don't want to wound something. I just can't. That's not what I'm there to do. I'm a meat eater. Fellas, you can have the horns all day long. I'm a meat eater. I've never killed a big buck. Biggest buck I ever killed was a 5-pointer, and that was last year, man. I've hunted forever. Killed him at my cousin's place, and I wanted a meat deer. I was actually going after a big doe, and an old cull buck come in, and he was a 5-pointer. No rack. I mean, this is foothills, North Carolina. We don't have big deer. Some people find them. I don't. I get messed up deer. I've got a picture of on the camera of 4 bucks on the same corn pile food plot area. I've got 4 bucks. Every one of them, the left antler's messed up. That's the honest truth. I've got one upstairs mounted. Beautiful fork on one side, little narrow nub on the other side, and I killed him in velvet. So they're just this genetics of that area, folks. We don't have good deer in that area, so I kill every buck I see, little buck, big buck, whatever. Got to get that bad genes out of there and let those does breed with something that's going to hopefully produce better bucks. There's a 5-pointer there right now that is the most beautiful. He's 3 on one side and he's got 2 little nubs on the other side. I've got an 8-pointer, beautiful. Hello, Yellow Jacket. I'll get him in a minute. 5. I mean, he is a mane outside his ear, right hand side. 5. Beautiful. 3 on the other side, and they're all curled in. Bad genetics. Every one of them. That one bad side. That one bad side. I've got the pictures of them. Folks, I don't know. You know, it's just inbred. That's all it is. Got to kill them out and get more deer in here. So hopefully we can get those genetics out of my hole. That's about all I got for you. Again, Adderholt Outdoors. Hit me up, folks. Questions, whatever. I've got a couple videos out there. Still making, you know, the scent bombs out of tampons. A medicine bottle still works. Still doing that. Practicing. Just getting ready for archery season, man. Found a great spot. Hopefully going to get in there and get ready for archery season. Go ahead and get my blind up. Matter of fact, this sitting right over here, I'm fixing to try to work on it, getting it old parts out of it and new hubs put in it. That's no easy task. Seriously thinking about just scrapping it and starting with another blind. But I want a blind hunt. Too old to keep trying climbing trees. I'm not doing good with that. So just everybody keep in touch. Adderholt Outdoors. We're out of here, y'all.